The live-action How to Train Your Dragon just released in theaters, and yes, we're going to see it. Otherwise, what would this video be? I am really excited about this because there is Funko Pops that released, and we're gonna be looking for those today. There is also a brand new meal over at Burger King that I wanna try. So we're gonna be picking up some new toys, trying out some new food. It's gonna be great, and we should probably get going. Yeah, I'll see you at Walmart. Okay, we made it to Walmart, and we are already at the How to Train Your Dragon section, which, by the way, is massive. Like, take a look, everybody. It goes all the way over. Well, actually, now that I'm looking at it, there's a lot of Jurassic World, but still, there's a lot of stuff to choose from. And you may also notice, guys, these mini collectibles are missing, and same with up here. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, I definitely recommend checking it out. And so anyways, I'm probably gonna be picking up something here today. I just don't know what. Like, this toothless mask is pretty funny. It says to try it. Do I press this button here? Or what do I do? Do I lift it maybe? I don't know. Ooh, you do lift it. Look at that. Then above that, everybody, we do have this throwable toothless, which is pretty cool, and a lot of action figures. And this is kind of what I was thinking of picking up. Something this size. I mean, toothless is great. We've also got, who is this one here? Fire Blast. Look at this. I love the colors. We've also got some pretty nice plush down here. Moodang, if you watched yesterday's video. And then what else do we have? Some smaller guys. What's this one here?
Toothless.
Pretty cool. Oh, does he also like shoot?
I think it's like
smoke? Ooh, we might. How much is this guy? 40 bucks? Should we go for him?
I don't know. There's a lot of cool ones there.
He's kind of cool. I do like that.
This one here, I think you throw it.
Yeah, we were just talking about this one.
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
You should have been over here looking around.
Over there,
no, you're good, you're good. But yeah, that was one that we looked at. And then this down here apparently is a Walmart exclusive RC one. And then, oh my gosh, look at how big this guy is. There is, like I said, a lot. And then the real effects one down here, that's pretty crazy. Okay, everybody, we've been thinking about it for a few minutes now, and I think I figured out, Noah, you kind of convinced me on this one.
Pretty cool.
It is. So this is what we're gonna be going with. We'll have to test it out after the movie. And now, I guess with that being said, let's go get something to eat. Okay, everybody, we've made it to Burger King, and we've got our food here. First thing I'm gonna be trying is the lemonade, and I've gotta say, this cup is pretty fancy. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good. And oh, Noah, you've got the burger. Ooh. I think it's gonna be kind of spicy.
Smells spicy.
Does it?
We'll see.
Oh, and what's that, everybody? The mozzarella fries are flying in. Yeah, come on, pretty fun. I like the box. And so anyways, everybody, we're gonna finish up over here, and then we'll head over to the mall where we can go to GameStop, and then, of course, go see the movie. All right, we've made it to GameStop, and now as soon as I came in, I noticed right up at the front here, everybody, they have this How to Train Your Dragon blanket, specifically for the live action, too. And if we get a little bit lower, we have some other cool stuff. Jurassic, we're not worried about that today. But down here, check it out. We have both of Astrid, pretty cool, and just next to that, we've got Hiccup. I figured since we're looking in the front, I might as well check the lounge flies, and I'm not seeing anything How to Train Your Dragon, but this Fantastic Four one is something I've never seen before. Now, everybody, of course, we've got to take a look at the back here, because we found Hiccup and we found Astrid, but I did not see Toothless. So, I don't think he's going to be in the regular section, but something that I did see is their little DreamWorks area. So we have another Astrid, and we've got Hiccup, and then check this one out here, everybody. We've got Roz from The Wild Robot with Fink and Brightbill. I almost said Brightburner. I don't know why. Anyways, though, some pretty cool stuff. And I think for the regular spot, that seems to be about it for DreamWorks. And now, if you're curious about the kind of larger section, I am not seeing Toothless, which is definitely too bad. I would love to have grabbed him today. Oh, and over here we have like Black Rose Dragon and some other large ones, but yeah, not what we're looking for. But don't worry about that, everybody, because I think I should be able to get them. So let's pick up Hiccup and Astrid and go to the movie, because we are, yeah, just on time. And now, as soon as we came in, everybody, look at this. They actually have some cups, and there's different ones too. This is pretty fun. Oh, and on this side over here, guys, they have tiny dragons, but I gotta keep going. The line's moving. Alrighty, everybody, we've made it to the theater. I've got my cup here. I did end up going for when I was debating on it, and I grabbed Toothless. But anyways, the movie is just about to start, so I guess I will see you after, and I'll let you know how it is. It's okay. I won't hurt you. just like that, everybody, I am back, and that movie was a lot of fun. And before we dig into it too much, I think we should start with the cup that I picked up over at the movie theater, because it is kind of dark in there. It might have been hard to see. And well, if you want to check it out, here it is. I decided to go with the toothless version, and I love the way this looks, because it's actually like kind of made of rubber with him on the outside there being 3D. And if you take this one off, you can see there is the toothless figure a little bit better without the straw in front of it. I think honestly, that is just so great. I love the amount of detail they gave this guy. And now, getting into the actual movie a little bit, I would say that it was a really well done version of a live action. If you're thinking of different types of live action movies, think of like Snow White. That's not it at all. Think more like Lilo and Stitch, which is a great remake. There's definitely two different sides when it comes to a movie like this, and I think that because they brought back the original director, and they even had some of the same voices play the live action characters, it really was almost shot for shot. And I know that some people might not enjoy that. They might like it to be a little bit different in some areas, but I think it translates really well into live action, and I love seeing all of the dragons with a little bit more detail. And speaking of dragons with more detail, we of course have this that I picked up over at Walmart today. We're going to be cracking this thing open to see what it's like. From the looks of it, everybody, I believe the wings get really big, and it also has light come out of his mouth because, of course, he is a Night Fury. Alrighty, let's see how this goes. You can kind of see his head in the front there, and he does make some noise. But do I just, like, pull it out? I think so. Oh, yeah, here we go. Interesting. I was wondering what the entire box was going to be full of, but it seems like it was like the wings in the bottom with him, you know, of course, his head sticking out the front. I think we've got it open enough so he'll just kind of, like, fall out. Yeah, okay, so here is the body without the wings and the tail, but it's already a pretty good size. Oh, and you know what? I thought that they were going to be more fabric-y, but it seems like they're a little bit like rubber, and then, ooh. Okay, now, where do they click in? I think it's like one on each side, of course. So this one goes into here. Yep, there's the one. Got here, there we go. And now we've got to get that tail out of the other bag. Oh, wow, this is gonna look great. Okay, there we go. And I think if I press the middle, look at that, everybody. How crazy. And now I wonder how the arms move. Do you do something with like another button, or do you just kind of go like this? Because that does flap, I would say, pretty well. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I am glad that I grabbed this. Now I've got to make sure he can stand all right. His tail seems to be a little bit large, but of course it is in the movie. And this is just so cool. Let me do it one more time. I want to show you guys once more. But anyways, moving him off to the side, let's get into the Funko Pops, because as you guys saw, I was able to pick up both Astrid and Hiccup, and now I understand that they didn't have Toothless, so the good news is I was able to pick it up the other day before they had sold out. See, what had happened was, for some reason, here in Canada, they were getting them in, and they were only $19.99. Why? I'm not exactly sure, but either way, here he is, so I've got the collection complete! Oh, and if you're wondering what this is over here, when they got in the Toothless the other day, they also had this Pocket Pop version, so I figured why not? Could be fun to throw on a keychain in the future. And now I guess, everybody, let's actually open these guys up and talk about their characters a little bit more. Alrighty, now, here is Hiccup. And I think with Hiccup, they did a really great job turning him into the character that he is in the movie. Like, his suit really does look good. It's kind of funny, I'm noticing he's got like all of the little like pouches and stuff on the front, but I don't see the knife in there. So I don't know if that's because they didn't like put too much detail into it, or if it's like an actual like thing that they wanted to include, because of course he throws the knife out so that way Toothless will actually trust him. And so if that is what it is, I think that is such a nice thing that they included. Also, the way they made his hair kind of blowing around, and I think Hiccup in the movie, I feel like he was casted really well. The only thing that would be a little bit different is the voice, and of course he isn't the exact same actor. I can't think of his name, but I know who he is. Like, I can picture him in my head. Either way, he's got a very iconic voice, and Hiccup is definitely the first thing I think of when I hear it. And so anyway, a really well done character, I think, in my opinion. And now let's talk about Astrid, because of course a lot of people had commented that Astrid doesn't have blonde hair, but it's not a big deal at all. It's not something you're sitting there going, gosh, I wish Astrid had blonde hair the whole time. I think she did a really great job too, because of course Astrid is a little bit more of a, I think the best way to describe it is like really a hard ass the whole time. And because of that, she wants to be top of the class, she wants to be strict, anybody fooling around, she doesn't mess around with. And that was definitely portrayed very well with her character. And I also love the battle axe they gave her, and the pose definitely makes you seem like, yeah, she means business. And so I think, again, this is a really, really fun pop. And I'm hoping in the future we can get more for this movie. To be honest, this Toothless is great. And it's funny, too, while I was watching the movie, I think I saw the exact rock they modeled this one off of on the pop. Because if I were to guess, they probably just got, you know, actual shots from the movie and they said, hey, work with this. And there was one that happened when he's kind of in that, like, you know, in the original movie, if you haven't seen the new one yet, or even if you have, in that spot where he's like deep in a pit with kind of like a little bit of water around him and he's trying to catch fish, there's one rock to the side that looks almost exactly like this that it really reminded me of. And so that's honestly what I think this is based off of. Maybe it's something completely different and I have no clue, but it just looks so good. This is also the first time we've ever got like a deluxe Toothless besides the ride that came out a little while ago where Hiccup is on his back, and I think that this is a really, really nice figure, especially because they gave him that deluxe base instead of it just being like him standing or sitting but a little bit bigger. And so anyways, everybody, I think this was a pretty fun day. And would I recommend this movie? Yeah, of course, because I think if you enjoyed the original How to Train Your Dragon, you're definitely gonna like this one. And now, is there a part of me that would have just enjoyed a new story with the same characters but animated? Yes, but I also love to see how they adapt these movies into that live action feel. And it's funny, you know, now that I think about it, a lot of the movies that I've been doing recently and like reviewing have been live action remakes because that's most of the stuff that's coming out. But anyways though, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed. And actually, I didn't give this out of 10. I would give it like an 8, 8.5. Seriously, it was a great watch. Like I said, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.